What's happening in Coachella Valley? This is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com, and I am here with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes from Traveling with Francoise. It's another Sunday. It's a beautiful, beautiful fall morning, I guess, out here in Palm Desert, and we welcome you, Coachella Valley. How's it going, Francoise?
It's great. I mean, I'm ready to go. I was thinking all about the fall and the weather, and it was cool. I went to Walmart yesterday, and towards at the end of Monterey, and I took my mother there, and when I came out of Walmart with her, I felt such a cool breeze. If I was kind of wimpy, I could actually put a sweater on.
Unbelievable. I know. I mean, when we start talking about sweaters and socks.
I know. I said to myself, okay, Francoise, what is the problem here? But so anyway, yeah, it's great to be here. Sean Flannigan's back there on the board doing his thing. We have our lights going. We have donuts from Swiss Donuts.
In fact, we could get both these lights on. That'd be excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll have a full lit screen and no makeup, you know. Nope. I don't know about you, but I do this without makeup, so you guys can comment about whether that's a good idea or not.
I know.
For me, because I want to know.
You know what? The problem with that makeup thing, I wear some, but when I do TV, I pile all this stuff on my face, and because lighting, it's all really about the lighting. When we don't have any lights, we look different than when we have lights. On TV, trust me.
We look better or different?
We look better. Trust me. The people that don't have the right lighting, it's really, so we're looking pretty good.
I agree. I think we should have an applause, don't you?
I think, yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, there we go. Now, this will take about 11 seconds to catch up.
I'm going to look for us on here so I can answer questions too, because I'm loving all the comments that we're getting from people. But I want to know, last week we talked about your knee surgery. He's hopping around now like a rabbit, which I don't know if that's a good thing this fast. I'm not sure, but you say you're feeling pretty good.
I am. You know, I just did a little meniscus surgery, and so my knee is coming back in shape. Dr. Diltz did me right over there at DOC. You know, the recovery or the PT afterwards is, I think, 80% of the work.
Yeah.
You know, you do the surgery, but now I'm trying to get it to stretch out and move, and then it gets swollen. And I like to move and get going. I can't wait. I haven't hiked really in a long time. I did Coachella and Stagecoach and all of it with this injury.
I remember you were kind of limping, and he never complained. Never complained
Not
one
yet.
time, and I didn't even see you limp. And I thought, well, more power to you, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm feeling a little bit robotic and bionic, and I'm feeling better every single day.
I gotta
there
watch
you go.
It. Do you notice out there I'm a little taller, you guys? I'm sitting on a pillow. So we want to say hi to Laura. We want to say hi to Don Maggione. Hey, how's it with you? Graham Chappelle, he is joining us from Scotland. It's either evening or morning.
Go.
He's going to be actually on Traveling with Francoise
yeah, we're
in
going to bring
October.
him in because he keeps, butting in, so we might as well bring him out so that people will know who this person is. I want to know who he is.
I do too. Chris Martello. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
Let's see. Who else do we have on here? Adam Solis. Hi, good afternoon. He's saying good afternoon. Oh, he said it's 72 in Blythe.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, the weather is a story, as we already talked about, because people are coming back and people are going outdoors. You know, it was interesting. In September, you and I talked about how everywhere we went, early September, all the shops, the restaurants, everything was so busy. Yeah. I'm telling you, the last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit of a lull. It really does get quiet here, specifically when people go back to school, I think, and people aren't vacationing as much. But starting October 1st, this valley has so many packed out. I mean, we will not have a long enough show today to be able to share about all the things that are happening. And it's really just an exciting time.
Well, I have a solution for that. It's really simple.
Just stay on.
Stay on and go to CoachellaValley.com when we're off the air, and you can
it.
Everything there. We want to say hi to Tiffany Zamora. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany. How
Katia,
are you doing?
she's joining us. Ron
Thank you for
Smith
joining us,
is listening
Ron.
us from Fox 4 News in Kansas City.
That's fantastic.
What's going on in Kansas City?
All right.
Hey, Ron.
Was that
and
Missouri,
Gary Schwartz.
Because there's a few Kansas cities, aren't there?
Okay, don't get too technical. Gary Schwartz, good morning, Gary. Great to have you with us. So, all right.
We do a little bit of a geography
You're doing well.
lesson.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know what?
I get a little confused about some of that. Yeah, go ahead. And I'm a travel person, and I get a little confused.
Of where Kansas City is.
I do have a story, though.
And everybody has a Springfield, as we know. So, That's.
I'm
from Springfield. It doesn't really help me too much.
There's a lot of Smiths out there. Hi, Linda Steigner from Ohio. Where are all these people coming from?
I am so happy. What? I am so well. Congratulations to Ohio State, who had a banner game yesterday. Absolutely cleaned up. So that's why they're listening to us, because they're feeling good and they want to know what's going on in California.
I know.
Coachella Valley. You were out shooting. You were out doing photography with cameraman Steve.
Yep.
And you were doing a show for Tell I want you to tell them about what it's like to go out there all day and shoot.
It was a long day. Actually, Gina Edwards, she joined us, one of the board members of Artifacts and Arts Across America. We are filming an episode on the Palm Springs Art Museum. And that's going to be shown on Hulu and Fox 11 and DirecTV and all this stuff out there. So we were filming all day long on Friday. And it's interesting. Normally when I film, we're locations where we're going from one spot to another all day long. But this was all in one spot. Thankfully, they have 3 locations, to the Architecture and Design Center and then the one in Palm Desert. So by the time all this wraps up, cameraman Steve sent me an email last night. He said, love the video. Audio was good. Everything was clear. Interviews all turned out well. So when the final product is ready, I will let everyone know, but you can watch Traveling with Francoise on television on Fox 11 every week, 3 times a week.
And we have a travel section as well. And Little Claus is going on.
CoachellaValley.com. It's all over the place.
If you go to the travel section on CoachellaValley.com, we have 17 of her full-length on Fox television shows, covering all kinds of different things, so we definitely recommend it. Thanks. It was fun talking with you a little bit on Thursday, because you confessed about, a little bit of nerves and preparing, because there's so much that goes into filming and announcing, interviewing. And there's always
you never know what the people are going to do.
That's it. You're not really sure. Even if you've done this for so many years, there's always that anticipation, anxiety, build up. It's a good thing. I actually like it myself.
Yeah, and they say, and hi Gina. Gina Edwards just joined
Gina.
us, and Gina was an
Thank
extra.
You so much.
Her and I were in the gift shop shopping.
Good.
Yeah,
very
she
good.
was an extra, so people are going to see Gina.
Did she sign her release?
Yes, we have everybody say before their name and all that sort of stuff.
You still do that, huh?
Yeah.
We do lives on Facebook, and we just walk by and say you're live on Facebook. And
then somebody smacks the phone camera out of your hand, and Philip's running the other direction, and Craig's still holding that mic in their face.
We need more of that. Yeah, I'm into that. And maybe a little controversy. You know, we're so positive about everything. I sometimes think maybe I should bring that alter ego out once in a while. I haven't figured out how, but there's got to be something that I can share that's cathartic for me.
Actually, he does share a little bit before we go on the air sometime. But there's a saying, though, Craig. If we are not nervous before we do any type of our live shows, TV or what, that means we're not fully invested. People that are fully invested, no matter how long they've been doing it, get that little bit of hype, a little bit of nerve gone. So we're good.
That's right. There you go.
Good. So you talked about something positive. I want to bring this up because remember we were talking about my ticket last week?
Oh, gosh, here we go
I know,
again.
No, but there's good things about this.
Some of these topics, just like a soap opera, just don't die.
Oh, well, Ron Smith, they love the Coachella Valley. We moved there. They're moving here.
Oh, you kidding?
In about a year from Kansas.
Well,
so
congratulations.
Come on over. All right. So Monday I go to Palm Desert Police Department to get the ticket signed off on. And I'll make this really quick because I know we have a lot to talk about. So I go in there and I wait in line, 3 or 4 people in front of me. I get up there and I say, can I have this ticket signed off? And the gal says, well, yeah, for $27. I said, $27 to sign off on the tinting of the windows. And she said, yep, that's what we charge here. And they only do it between 1:30 and 3:30. Then she says, but if you go to the CHP on Varner Road, they do it for free. And there's somebody there all day long, 5 days a week.
So there's a tip. I mean,
I
just don't.
Huge tip.
I just don't get it.
Huge tip. So I go down there. No one's there. They're so nice. And this is a CHP on Varner. I think I think they've only been there a year or so. Between Washington and it would be Cook Street, past the dealerships.
Yeah, brand new out there.
Brand
beautiful
new.
building. I mean, it's incredible, actually, what it looks like.
I walk in there. They're so nice. Signs the ticket off, and my $197 ticket charge went down to $25, sent it in with a corrected ticket, and always keep a copy for yourself. So done, over with. Now I'm putting tinting back on the windows, but lighter.
Well, you know what? I sent you something earlier this week, and I asked you a question.
Uh-oh.
I think this is where we're just.
He asked me a lot of questions during the week.
It's not true.
Hi, Edward. Edward Buendina. I really batched that up. I'm sorry.
So I asked her, would you rather resolve your greatest regret or fulfill your greatest wish?
It took me how long? 2 seconds.
2 seconds. You said, "I'm moving on. I'm moving on." So with this ticket, we're moving on.
We're done.
All right? We're finished.
End of story.
On.
But I thought the CHP was a good tip.
I love it. I mean, really, to be able to be free versus paying all that kind of money. And it just seems like an attitude was kind of nice to be able to walk in to a CHP that was looking forward to seeing you. You know, this question is worth repeating for all of you guys. I just think it's an interesting.
It's a good question.
It
Made me
is.
think.
Would you rather, Philip and Sean, would you rather resolve your greatest regret or fulfill your greatest wish? I don't know, just something to think about. So,
you regret? Really? You'd like to, Philip would like
he wants
to
to resolve his regret, and Sean doesn't regret a thing.
Sean, see, thank you,
He's
Sean.
not sorry.
I'm with you. Exactly.
No, Sean's just not sorry about anything.
Oh,
That's
is
different.
That what it is? Okay. All right. He doesn't regret it. Yeah, I mean,
it.
you can sit back and think of all the things you wish you would have done differently, but you can't change it. So what's the point? For me, I'm me. What do you? What was your choice?
You know, it was really hard because they're really two sides of the exact same coin. Because on some level, if you resolve your greatest regret, then you might be actually moving on and working toward things that you want to do. So I kind of, you know, meaning something that you want to actually accomplish that you haven't done yet could be your greatest regret. So you could do maybe both. Well, that's what happened to me. So my mind bounced around, and I was indecisive, but my very first thought was I am always about, in football, it's always the next play, and in life, it's always the next breath and the next moment, the next experience, the person you meet, all those things. So I am forward-thinking all the time.
Good.
What's happening in Coachella Valley? This is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. I just want to let you guys know that you're tuning in now, what's happening. We're here in our live studios in Palm Desert, California, and I'm with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes, with Traveling with Francoise.
Yes, and I'm looking at some more. No. No.
Did we cut?
Yeah, I think I mean, it still says that we're streaming.
Okay, but we got frozen up
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, where Deborah Johnson is saying hello from Olympia, Washington,
Well, there you
and
go.
Susan
Well, I think
Bassett is joining us.
We'll just keep chit-chatting and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's just continue on. We're videotaping.
Actually-
so we're going to have this recorded live anyway
Yeah.
for you guys that are tuning in. We'll be able to, this video will be replayed and out there. So we're just going to continue on. I don't know what else we're going to do.
I don't know either. Yeah, all of a sudden we just stopped right in mid-speech. So
All right.
there you go.
What's even weirder is there's people joining.
So
Yeah, there's people giving us the thumbs up and stuff. There's,
There you
I guess
go.
you can all hear us out
well, we're
there.
just going
You
to continue to
yeah.
chit-chat, and I think we should move on with the show.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we're not even sure what technical difficulties we're experiencing. Hey, Philip, are you able to see anything going on there? No?
Yeah.
All right.
That is weird. I know. Well,
that's
hi.
great.
Thanks
Well,
everybody
it's a good
for
show.
joining.
We've had
yeah.
we were
How are they joining?
Huh. That is weird stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say just keep going because there's something there.
There's.
So,
All right.
why don't we talk about some events and some things that are going on in the Coachella Valley? Maybe we should think about our picks of the week.
But you did have breaking news, though. That something I thought was.
We have some amazing things. So we'll talk about breaking news. This week, we learned that the Forever Maryland is confirmed by the city council that it is returning for sure. So we are going to be able, applause. We are going to be able to see the Forever Maryland return. It was here between 2012 and 2014 in Tahquitz Canyon and Palm Canyon. It's controversial. The art itself is maybe not the highest quality. It's a virtual tour said it was one of the worst pieces of art ever.
I don't get that. Yeah.
People love to take pictures and love to be around this 26-foot tall statue. I loved it when it was out here. It was a great gathering point, a great place, things to show people. Anyway, that's breaking news because that has been confirmed and it's going to happen.
Yeah, there wasn't a time ever when I drove by the Maryland statue that there was not people out there taking pictures. Never did I go by and it was just completely empty with no one out there. So to me, that's huge.
Right now, she's in a box and crated up in transition. The big thing is...
Oh, she's not here yet.
No, the money is the last piece of the equation. Who's paying for it? Who will be responsible for it? Where exactly it's going to be located? And these are the things that they're still logistically working out. But I was so excited to get the news, and we broke it. We basically put it out there.
So, and I also see that we're back. I see hand movements and face movements. So it looks like we are back on mine. Oh, well, I'm seeing something. So no.
It's totally cut, so we can pause and re-jump if you want to.
Okay.
Do we want to what? Pause and.
He's just saying we can go back live if we choose to.
Oh, okay.
Back on, you can just have it in one piece. It's up to you guys.
Yeah. We'll just continue the show. I would like to continue the show. And then what we'll do is you guys can replay this later, and we'll put it out there and let you guys know that it's there. Thank you for everybody tuning in. We had so many people joining us, so it is disappointing that we lost our live feed. But our video feed will still be there, and we still have a lot to share.
We're like a video podcast. Is that what we are? A video cast?
A
is what I'm
vodcast, maybe?
Vodcast? Is that what we are? All right.
Pod or VOD. If you add the V, it means you got some video.
Okay.
If you got the P, it means, audio.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that works.
It is? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So.
Or showcast. I don't know. Anyway, here's something that I bet we all didn't know, frankly. We were talking about it before the show. We did not know that. I have said this all my life. I've called Smokey Bear Smokey the Bear. He celebrates 75 years.
Smokey the Bear.
But it's not Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey Bear.
What do you mean Smokey Bear? Like he's on fire?
It's what the article, that's what they call him. His name is Smokey Bear, the face of the longest-running PSA campaign in the United States history, turned 75 last week.
I have always said that it's Smokey the Bear.
Well, no, this is saying no.
Because if you say Smokey Bear, you're basically saying that he's like on fire or something. That's just an adjective. That's not a name. There's the article right there. We learn something new every day here.
I didn't know. So now I will not call him Smokey the Bear anymore.
I don't know. That's going to be
difficult.
But
I know I still will. So I'm not
Smokey Bear.
Yeah.
People will be like, excuse me?
So we have tickets to give away. We also have a contest. Well, you have Joshua Tree Music Festival tickets to give away.
Thing.
That is the huge, gigantic thing.
We've been running a contest. Joshua Tree Music Festival, 14th Fall Festival coming up October 10th through the 13th at the campgrounds up in Joshua Tree. We had Barnett English with us in the house last week. We've been running a contest for 2 tickets. $550 value, includes the parking passes for 4 days, actually 4 nights, 3 days coming up. And we've had, I can't even tell you how many people have written in and just given so many great things. So we're going to give away those tickets today. We got so many great stories. So many people wrote in, shared so many really incredible things. I cried. I laughed. I was very, very impressed with your guys' input in wanting these tickets.
Yeah.
So we have put everybody in this little thing here, and when we get ready, I'm going to put my hand in and do a draw.
Draw it live. Yeah. But we do have our winner from last week for Johnny Costa's Restaurante in Palm Springs, and that was Melissa Lerma of Cathedral City.
Applause.
She already,
congratulations.
We sent her gift certificate. The certificate to Johnny Costa, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we also have a ongoing contest for the next couple days. We'll let it run, and that is for 2 tickets to the Living Desert, 2 admission tickets. And we have a question, is what animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you'd see?
That's it. So you can comment if you're watching this replay and put in the comments the wildlife animal that you would like to see that you've never seen or just would like to see again. Does it matter?
Yeah, never seen.
Never seen?
You know, you saw it, something you thought you'd never see out in the wild, and you saw it. I'm going to say, this is kind of weird, but I never thought I would see one, which is a bald eagle. I don't know why. When I went on an Alaska cruise, and they're everywhere, but we don't really see them.
Was that just the most I saw my first bald eagle in Alaska as well, and was just incredible. It was. And it's giving it to me now.
I know.
A little bit.
I know.
You know, breaking news, some more news, just so you guys know, the Palm Springs tram, which was supposed to open up on the 1st, has been delayed for a week. It's opening up on the 7th, and they're just basically saying that in the maintenance that they were waiting for a particular part that didn't come in or whatever it is, which is probably a good idea to make sure that all the parts are attached to whatever you need when you go up to the tramway, right?
That one part that actually holds the tram onto the cable.
Anyway, they're going to get that in a week and open up. But wanted to let you guys know that because that's significant. The opening is big, October 1st, but it's been postponed.
So thank you very much.
Mark
for
your
that.
calendars.
Yeah. All right, should we go for Coachella Valley Pick of the Week? I think I did this once before, but I'm going back to it again because I really want people to experience it, is that Highway 62 Open Studio Art Tours, October 5th through the 27th on 3 weekends.
That's right.
Yeah, 3 weekends in a row. Go up and you can get a map up there, or you can go to highway62artstours.org and download your map. So that is my pick of the week.
There you go. And it's really an amazing event because you can plan ahead of time. You can go on multiple weekends, as you suggested. And you really are showing up at artist studios, their own houses oftentimes, very personal, intimate environment. And another thing I just love to do. I mean, it's just one of those things that will blow your mind.
So what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is, because I'm feeling so much better with my knee and the weather's getting incredible, on October 1st, every year, Carrizo Canyon opens up.
Which I can't believe I've never heard of Carrizo Canyon.
Oh, my gosh.
And where is it exactly?
Right up 74, Art Smith Trail across the street from the visitor center, I guess it's there, is the beginning of the Carrizo Trail.
Okay.
What's so exciting about Carrizo Trail, it's only opened up from October 1st till the end of December, which means that you can't go to it until now. And the reason is because of the amount of bighorn sheep that actually utilize that for mating and then raising their little ones. So by October 1st, the little ones have been raised big enough, they can protect themselves. Oftentimes, people, when they go to Carrizo, they literally will see for the first time bighorn sheep. So, and at the end of it is an oasis called, I believe it's Dead Indian Canyon, that will blow your mind. There's a waterfall and an oasis back there. It's a 2 to 3 mile hike, fairly easy hike, but the reward is incredible. And like you said, a lot of people don't know because it's only opened up three times a year. So it's opening October 1st. Get on out there, see some bighorn sheep.
And this information is on CoachellaValley.com?
Absolutely.
All right. Yep. Okay. And I will post this on Traveling with Francoise as well. And Sean, what's your pick of the week?
The Star Party at the Monument.
Oh, okay. I like those. Star Party at the Monument. And that is, that's October 5th, and that's Friends of the Desert Mountain also, isn't it? Or
It's a Santa Rosa.
Same location.
Same location, yeah.
That we just mentioned, where Carrizo is across the road from that particular area. So you could ask them a little bit more information. What's really cool about the Carrizo October 1st information that we put up there is there's actually a docent, a lead hike on that first day that you can become a part of. You need to RSVP. I believe that there's 40 entrances still available for that hike. But it fills up quick because families will join. It's a great way to really get exposed to something that you haven't done. It's a great group. Friends of the Desert or something like that. Desert Mountains. I don't know the exact URL.
All right. So remember, we have a contest going on for Living Desert tickets, admission tickets for 2. The question is, what animal have you seen in a while that you never thought you would see? Sean, what was your animal? A peacock. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, because did they have his feathers all open? And the males are so beautiful. The women are kind of dull though. They're brown and not very pretty. They're not that pretty. Yeah.
Well, that's the bird world, isn't it?
Yeah.
And why is that? Why are all the males so pretty in the bird world and the female?
Go into that.
Well, I don't know. You know, you wanted me to talk more and banter about things that were important to me.
Oh boy, did I strike a nerve with that one.
I just wondered what happened there. No,
I don't know. I guess because the male have to impress the females. The females do all the work anyway,
true.
carrying the babies and having the eggs. So they're doing all the work, so the guys have to impress them.
Interesting. I could see that we could definitely use Gay and Dean, our counselors. We used to have counselors on this show to help mediate and make sure that we got through, but we're working through it.
They left us. Philip,
we lost our counselors.
We lost them. They gave up on us. What animal would you? There's not one that you would want to see out there? Nothing? A wild pig or something? A boar? Oh, coyote. That's right. That's good. Like I say, go to Borrego Springs. They're running around all over the place over there.
Can I give me one? My pick?
Oh, I thought you were. Yeah, sure. I said the eagles, and I thought you did it. Well, no, tell me. What is it? Okay.
Well, I've only one time watched Chincoteague, Virginia. There's the running of the wild horses. And they literally will round them up from this island and make them swim across the stream, and then they auction them
I've read
off.
about that.
I would love to encounter some wild horses. Just right where you're just pull over, your car's broken down, and all of a sudden a herd just somehow just runs right through you. Wouldn't that just be exciting?
Years ago, probably 15 or so, going to Vegas, your chances of seeing wild horses out there were huge.
Yeah.
Not so much now, but they were huge. So that's a good one. Wild
There
horses,
you go.
eagles, coyotes, peacocks. I mean, we're very, I don't know. Sarah Bryant, our guest, is sitting here. Okay, Sarah, what animal would you like to see in the wild that you've never seen? Yes. That's our guest, by the way, and she'll
That's
be
right.
joining us soon.
That's right. She's quick-witted,
Yeah.
and she's on it. And, we just blindsided her.
Yeah, with
I think she's leaving now.
She's
Sorry,
thinking
folks.
about Paint El Paseo Pink is what she's thinking about. She's saying, how are they dragging me into this? You have to have one. Come on. There's a tiger. Okay.
She wants to see a
She
tiger.
wants to be standing next to a tiger
That's
that's
right,
looking
in
that
the
might
wild.
be hungry for dinner. Yeah, okay. There's this tiger licking its lips
Wow.
going, she looks like a tasty morsel.
We have some things to
Yeah.
talk about
All
with
right.
our guests coming
Okay.
up, don't we?
Yeah, we do have a few. Let's jump into a few events. Do you have are you loaded on your computer over there? Or
I'm
no?
all loaded up
Okay, why
here.
don't you give us some events over there?
Well, here's some things that we want to remember. Let me see if I get the dates right. The golf cart parade, Palm Desert Golf Cart Parade, is here already.
I know.
It is happening at the end of the month. I don't have the exact date. I think it's the 27th.
Oh, good. It's not the same weekend as Borrego Days. Good.
That's true.
Yeah, it used to be. Yeah.
And started in the early 60s. This will be the 55th year of the Palm Desert Golf Cart Parade, and it really is something spectacular. It's a part of our community. I definitely recommend that you take a look at our calendar, because anything we're mentioning here on events, you'll see them there.
Yep.
Number 2 is, now we have the powwow, 29th Morongo powwow. It ends today, but it is open until 6 o'clock. And even though you might have to leave us a little bit early, if you watch at 1 o'clock is when the color guard and everybody comes out in the parade and a lot of that dancing. So the powwow, if you've never seen it, 29th annual powwow, Morongo Casino. So I would recommend that as well.
Okay.
Let me see what else I have. Go
Well,
ahead.
I have a quickie that the 3 outdoor certified markets open starting Wednesday, October 2nd. So Palm Desert, Palm Springs, Old Town La Quinta, they are going to be open now for the season.
I just
So there you go.
And is the one in Palm Desert open Wednesday night still?
Well, this one says opens Wednesday, October 2nd, so I'm gathering it is going to be open Wednesday night. Of course, they have the street fair that's every weekend. They'll extend their hours. But all the ones that were closed, like I say, Old Town La Quinta, Palm Springs Market on Saturday, Old Town La Quinta on Sunday, and yes, Palm Desert Market Wednesday night.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Opening. Yeah,
Where
this week.
Cousteau, the restaurant Cousteau, and also the Palm Springs Museum, the Palm Desert Palm Springs Museum. That's always so confusing. Did you talk about that at all while you were doing your filming?
Yeah, it's no, right. It's all under the Palm Springs Art Museum, and we're going to talk about it because I'm going to film there on Wednesday. The Palm Desert Palm Springs Art Museum. Yes, it is a little confusing, but
I have 2 more ideas for you
Good.
guys. Steve Martin and Martin Short are going to be at Fantasy Springs, which I just think, if you're a Steve Martin fan,
yep.
here's an opportunity for you to see an icon right here. This is what I love about the desert, is our casinos, and between McCallum and everything else, we have everybody coming here.
I'm in here now.
And
Amazing.
And The Jerk is one of Sean's favorite movies.
That's Steve Martin.
That's Steve Martin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
His humor sometimes gets me. Sometimes I laugh. I'm very hard to make laugh. For comedians to make me laugh, it's very hard. For real life things to make me laugh, I can laugh for hours.
Well, then we'll send you over to Spotlight 29, and I just think this is funny. Get the Lead Out. It's a Led Zeppelin tribute band. But I love Led Zeppelin, and our tribute bands, we also have a huge group of tribute bands that play regularly here, and one of them is Get the Lead Out October 5th, so that's something that you guys can jump on into and have a lot of fun doing.
I think because I know you have a couple more, I think we'll have our guests come over and sit down and get comfy.
That'd be great.
And you can just, while she's coming over here, and
see what else I have
do we
here.
I know you have some. And remember, all of this is on CoachellaValley.com. Easy to find. You don't have to remember it all. Just go there and boom.
CV Indie Films Awards, October 7th. CVIndieFilmAwards.com. We're going to go ahead and shift here a bit.
Yeah, we're moving.
So here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We are good.
Well, welcome. I'm just going to say hi. How are you doing?
So nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too. And
Wait a minute. You two, or okay, Sarah, scoot on over. We'll move everything out. We're moving you all over.
All right.
Okay. So you two did not know each other? Wait.
not
I
yet.
don't think we've officially met.
No.
Sarah,
Hi.
Bryant, Craige, Campbell.
How are you doing? What's going
Very
on?
well.
So,
Very well. Busy.
It is busy, and I know what you covered. The
American Cancer Society, the Desert Spirit event for Cancer Society.
Okay.
And, of course, this coming month is it Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
It is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Wow, national.
Yes.
I will just say, and somebody close to me, I just learned 2 days ago has breast cancer, and was just out of the blue, complete shock, and now I'm thrusted into something that I never in my entire life in my family. I think my grandmother might have passed away of cancer and other issues a long time ago. But here it is again, and it just showed up out of blue, and we're pink. And I'm so glad that we have you here, that we're able to bring more awareness to what is obviously a disease that affects many, 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 many people.
And that's so frightening for us gals when we hear of another person,
Right.
another lady that all of a sudden, boom, was feeling fine, and there it is. So now you're with the Desert Cancer Foundation.
Yes, Desert Cancer Foundation. We're a local nonprofit organization. We've been founded here in the Coachella Valley since 1994. And so we've been around for over 25 years. All the money we raise here stays here in our valley to help local valley residents. We pay for cancer care.
And you've been on the show several times before, and it always is amazing that when people come in there, one thing that you said before, Sarah, is that people have so many questions. They feel that they're in shock. I'm sure your friend is going, you're shocked, so many questions, you don't even know where to start. And over at the Desert Cancer Foundation, you're so good about helping them go through the steps on planning for what's going to happen.
Yes. First, regarding your friend, I'm very sorry to hear that. The good news is there is resources available, and there's really great treatments out there now, and there's a lot of hope there.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I saw that Eisenhower, because of it being National Breast Cancer Month, has a series of talks and lectures. I was shocked at how robust and the different things that they were talking about. Everything from surgery, coping, family. Tell me more about that.
Yes, so Desert Regional's Comprehensive Cancer Center and Eisenhower's Lucy Curti Cancer Center, both of those facilities have fantastic resources for their clients. As you mentioned, they have lecture series, they have yoga, they have wig studios, a variety of resources that are there for not only the individual going through cancer, but also support for their families as well, because as you know, cancer doesn't just affect the person, it affects the family as well, and because they're the people that are there walking next to them.
Well, and that's what I'm seeing is just the ripple effect, because people are shocked, don't know what to do, don't know how to help, don't know how to support, don't know where to turn. And yet there's, you can Google, there's a lot of information, but that does not help you.
That can be scary in itself,
there you go.
When you start Googling what's out there. And so that's one thing I think Desert Cancer Foundation is really great about, is we get so many folks that will go online and start looking for resources. And of course, big national organizations pop up, and there's so much information and so much research to look through. And it can just, not only are you dealing with a cancer diagnosis and you're completely just, no matter what you're hearing, it's not sticking yet. And so you need someone that can help guide you. So social workers at hospitals or patient navigators are really key. We have a patient navigator on board at Desert Cancer Foundation, and her job is to talk to patients about their situation, what their needs might be. We provide them with the resource packet of local resources, things that we know are going to be able to offer assistance. So we're not sending them to a place out in Riverside or out in Orange County or they're local organizations that we know what their resources are and can help them, because although we might be paying for their cancer care, so their treatment, chemo, radiation, insurance premiums, co-pays, prescriptions, there are other needs when you're going through cancer. A lot of times folks end up not being able to work. They have to take time off. So there's a drop in income, and not only for an individual but an entire family. So now you're looking at food security, housing, utilities, I mean, a variety of other things. And so we are able to partner with other organizations to make sure that this patient and their family are being taken care of.
And with us, folks, is Sarah Bryant. She's the executive director of Desert Cancer Foundation. And Craige, I really love the world.
We're on Instagram over here live to Coachella Valley. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
And I love the fact that Sarah uses the word local, local, local. On the positive side, Sarah, you have been with Desert Cancer Foundation how long now?
Over 2 years now.
Over 2 years now. And just in those 2 years, the great strides that they are making with fighting this disease really must make you feel good, because you're working so hard to educate and help. And, you know, you talk to people, they're in a traumatic situation all the time. How are you feeling about the strides going towards beating this?
Well, I've actually worked in cancer care for nearly a decade with other major breast cancer organizations. And so over the last decade, definitely the changes that have happened and the improvements in cancer care have been phenomenal. They're really trying to focus on, going from the research lab to the bedside table very quickly. In the past, it can take 20 years or more for research to hit the patient. And by then it's so far outdated that it wasn't really having an impact. You look at how breast cancer was dealt with in the 60s and the 70s and even into the 80s. Very poor prognosis. It was quite unfortunate actually what had happened to a lot of women. And you see as we move through the 80s into the 90s how things have changed and improved, and now the 5-year survival rate for someone with breast cancer diagnosed in early stage is 99%.
Wow. Now that is good news. I want to repeat
fantastic.
that. 99% survival rate if it's caught early. So obviously it's important that you do the right thing.
Mammograms.
There you go.
Early detection.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
very,
key.
very important.
And
99%.
not just for breast cancer, but also other cancers. It's so important for people to talk to their doctor, to have a relationship. If you don't feel comfortable and confident talking to your doctor about your health, you need to find another doctor. You need to get different opinions and resources.
I wanted to ask you about that. Second opinions, are they always, would you say, do it 100% of the time? Get a second opinion?
I wouldn't be able to speak to that, but I would say that if you're not comfortable or confident with what the information that you're being told, always don't be afraid to ask for a second opinion. You have that right, and unfortunately, sometimes insurances won't pay for that second opinion.
It's also stressful because, just to go through the process and waiting to hear what's going to be said. But I know, I'm not a doctor, and I just know I've had a lot, different things happen. And there's a lot of confidence that comes from either getting that second opinion that just reaffirms the first opinion, or maybe you learn a little bit more the second time, or like you said, it's just a relationship that's so important to have with your doctor. So do not skimp, and make sure you get all the information you need and find providers that you're comfortable with and working with.
And if you have a doctor that doesn't want to take the time to talk to you, then it's time to find another one. Because
you
you can complain, you can submit claims, and actually have your doctors change. So don't feel that you're stuck with a doctor, that you just don't gel. For some reason, you just don't work with them. Well, Sarah, now you guys have a big event coming up, which is 13th annual. Can you believe it? I know.
We all know about this. You guys have done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Every year, we know that El Paseo is going to be painted pink.
Yes.
I already see the big pink ribbons up in a lot of windows. Storefronts.
Yes, all along El Paseo. We are so blessed to have the relationship with the City of Palm Desert. We're one of 6 charities that actually get to close the entire street of El Paseo. And so that's really exciting. It's changed the dynamic of the walk, because in the past we had folks just walking down on the sidewalks. And with us being able to close the road all the way from Monterey to Portola, we just take down the entire street. I mean, you've got the Paint El Paseo Pink flags all along El Paseo now. You've got all the big, giant 3-foot pink ribbons in merchant stores all along El Paseo. They donate about $20 to $60 based upon what type of ribbon they want. And that money comes directly to Desert Cancer Foundation. In fact, Signorama donates every single ribbon, the printing of them. So that 100% of the proceeds of those donations from the merchants come back to Desert Cancer.
Little applause for Signorama.
Yeah, I love those ribbons. Have you seen them yet? They're gorgeous. I mean, they're beautiful, and they stand out. And you know exactly what they stand for. Is what I like about them. I think they should have them in the window all year long.
A lot of folks actually leave them up all during the month of October, and then I've actually seen a few merchants who keep it on their window all year.
So when is the walk? What's the exact day of the walk, and what time?
Saturday, October 12th.
So October 12th.
Yes, in Palm Desert on El Paseo. The walk kicks off at 8 a.m. We encourage folks to get there around 7 because at that point, if you haven't registered online, you can register in person, pick up your T-shirt, and kind of be there for all the activities that are going on. We'll have kids that are out there dancing, music going on, DJs, all kinds of things.
You bring your own water, you bring your own snacks for that walk,
We
right?
actually will provide water and snacks courtesy of Costco and Nestle.
There you go. Thank you, Costco and Nestle, for that support as well.
Yeah. And that website
I know where I'm going to eat breakfast.
You're going to be painting. He's going to have to walk a little slow, though, because he just had knee surgery.
That's true, but
you'll be there. You'll be out there.
You can stop along the way. There's all kinds of stuff to see and do.
Yeah, and I like that it's the atmosphere is, and I don't know how to say this without saying it with so much respect for everybody out there. It's not a gloom and doom atmosphere. It's a positive, good feeling vibe. We're going to do something. We're out here to kick butt cancer. We're going to kick its butt. We're going to do good things. So
when community collides and comes together, spectacular things happen.
Yeah,
and when people are single-minded about a purpose and come together to share that, contribute money, their time, and bring awareness, how can it not be something that we need to participate in?
Right.
So, and get more information about.
Yeah, website is paintelpaseopink.org. You have that on CoachellaValley.com
yes,
already, I think.
We have it as a featured event, and it's up there, so people can take a look.
Yes.
Thank you.
And that phone number is 760-773-6554 if you want to call for more information on that as well.
Thank you so
much.
much.
I was wondering, we still have Joshua Tree Music Festival tickets to give away.
And
I'm wondering if we could just take a moment here. And what do you think? Should we try it?
I think Sarah's right here to witness.
I will
she will
testify
witness.
On
there
this.
you go. She is going to. And remember, folks, 13th Annual Paint El Paseo Pink Walk to Fight Cancer, Saturday, October 12th. In Palm Desert, right there on El Paseo. So remember, be there or be square.
All the dollars stay here in our valley and pays for screening, diagnostic testing, and treatment for local Coachella Valley residents.
That is wonderful. And if you have any questions, Sarah is always the staff over there at Desert Cancer Foundation. They are always there, willing, able, want to answer all those crazy questions. Stop by, call first, then come on over. But you'll be so happy you did. You guys do such a great job there.
Thank you so much for all your support.
Yes, well, of course. And I wore pink, by the way.
I did. I noticed
that.
And I didn't.
I wore that, and I'm sorry. I should have given you a head. All right, box of donuts is pink.
My knee is still pink.
Yeah. Okay.
Sore.
All right. So Joshua Tree Music Festival.
We got so many. I mean, people were just sent us. We asked. Why would you want to go to Joshua Tree Music Festival? And so people were just shared from the fact that ever since they were 6 years old. And now they're 20, that they would love to go to a major festival.
I keep wanting. I need to go. In fact, Barnett said, get on out there.
Haven't been to a festival in years, and after watching the interview you did with Barnett, it reignited the desire to check it out and delve into the high desert vibe of love and light. So you guys are just so cool. Unfortunately,
to Joshua Tree?
To the
Joshua Tree Music Festival?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
no.
it's coming up.
Did you put your...
Is her name?
I haven't. I've been busy working on Paint El Paseo Pink.
Sarah's the name, and she's sitting right here. That might be just a little
awkward.
Yeah, I know.
We had other people just say thank you so much, Francoise and Craige, for letting us know what's going on in the Coachella Valley and giving away fine events and fun things to do. So we appreciate that, too. So with all that said, we put names and valid people, all in this big box right here.
So am I supposed to hold this
You wanna
box
do
for
it?
you to draw a
wanna do it? Here
name?
we go.
And
I don't want to look. Put it up
is
in
this
the air.
box
Just put it up
big
in the air.
enough? Yeah,
Put it
like
up in the air.
I know there was several hundred entries.
go. Okay.
I think Craige sits there at night and just reads every single one.
I do. Of course, I read my. I read all my emails.
You read all your
I
emails,
do.
and then he sends me all these messages saying you should read the email I just read. Okay, there you go.
Here we
Drum
go.
roll,
Drum roll,
please.
drum roll.
And this is a $550
value for two.
Oh my goodness.
That's huge. Okay,
So here we go.
I'm excited.
And let me see. Just want to pull this up too. All right. So our winner, and I hope I say it right, is Danae Hahn. Danae Hahn, you have just won 2 tickets to this year's 14th annual Fall Joshua Tree Music Festival in Joshua Tree. That's not National Park.
it's right outside the
National
right
Park.
outside the national park.
So
yes.
congratulations, unbelievable. And I was just rummaging through to see what she sent us, because it's always fun to see
Right.
what the comments
What did
are.
she say?
I hope she said something fun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sarah, you ready to improvise? No. Okay. Yes. Okay.
She wrote "Pick me."
Yeah, pick me. I know.
me.
Pick
I'm a
me. I
fan.
want to win. Yeah.
So here it is. Actually, she sent us quite a good letter. It says, being a raver in the late 90s. I hope you're okay if I share this information.
Yeah.
I became a lover of all-night parties where I could dance for almost 24 hours straight, meet lots of interesting people, and have fun until the sun came up. This festival has all of those things and more. I saw that Adam Freeland is going to play and sealed the deal for me. I have, this sounds like a very sophisticated fan who just won these tickets. So anyway, she goes on to share that she'll make full use of any ticket opportunity that she wins. Please,
Love hearing that.
please
This is exciting.
pick me. You won.
Yeah, there
we
you
did.
go. You did.
Congratulations.
Yay!
So we want to thank Barnett English and Cassie over at Joshua Tree Music Festival for that incredible contest and offering to you guys, Coachella Valley. This is CoachellaValley.com, and I'm Craige Campbell, and I'm with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes. And sitting all the way to your left is Sarah Bryant.
That's right.
I got it right.
I think
There you go.
this is, am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on the right.
Yeah. Oh, her
you're
left.
right,
Okay.
but to the camera's left.
Oh, yeah.
The viewers are
Don't
seeing,
you dare out there say it's a blonde hair.
seeing
Yeah. Don't you dare. Yeah. Okay.
I would.
All right. There you go. Well, all right then. I think that pretty much covers
Well,
our
that's
show.
it. We're gonna wrap it up on
I
the
think
Joshua
we're
Tree Music
wrapping it up.
Festival.
Yeah, that's a huge, and that will be posted on CoachellaValley.com.
Of course.
You're going to
of
post the
course.
winner, get a hold of, how do you say the name?
I'm not sure.
Denny?
And he said
Danae?
it was a
Danae?
female. It may not
Danae?
even be.
I might not be Danae.
Hahn.
Okay. So you will be
Danae
in touch
Hahn.
with Danae and
Yes.
give them all the specifics. And yay, that's so exciting. And remember, we have the contest going on, too, for Living Desert tickets. What animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you would see?
There you go. And you can comment right here where we're at so
Yeah.
that you know. Sean's still laughing at us over there. I don't know. Some things just seem to, I look over at my engineer and he's just laughing. And I'm wondering, is it me? is there
It's
something?
a little unnerving.
Do I have the green in my teeth or what exactly it is?
At least he's
But
not ignoring us, though. I guess that's better than that.
that's true.
All
Well, he'll
right.
tell us afterwards what it is.
Okay.
So
You can wrap us up.
I'm
Take us
gonna
out,
do it.
man.
So this is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. And once again, we thank you so much for tuning in. We're in our live studios in Palm Desert, and I'm with my co-host.
Francoise Rhodes. What's coming up next with Traveling with Francoise?
Thank you so much. See you guys later.